Another way to answer interview questions is the STAR method. Now, it's very closely related to the CAR method. In fact, the A and the R, they share as the same, the action and the result. Really what's different is STAR stands for situation and task, as well as action results. So it's something that usually it's so related to CAR, they're almost interrelated. You don't have to really memorize one versus the other. But the STAR method is really great around where the interviewer is asking for a specific situation in maybe great detail or a task that you have to overcome or demonstrate how you do it. So C is on the CAR is about the challenges, STAR is about the situation and task. And many times they're related where the challenge is a particular situation. So CAR and STAR will be your best friends for these situational interviews and behavioral type questions as well. So if you think about it, you're still painting the picture. You're going to talk about that situation. You're going to talk about that task you overcame. You're going to talk about the actions that you did to, have a great remedy to that situation or how to do that task very well. And you want to have some measurable results, whether they're quantitative or numerical results or qualitative results. People getting promoted, you getting recognized, customers being happy, whatever it might be. So let's look at a quick example, and you can see how it's really closely related to CAR as well. So a question might be, tell me about a time when you had to work with different levels of your organization on a project. What was it and what was the end result of that? So what were different levels of organization on a project? So they're really looking for that situation and what were the tasks involved. So the example would be something like, I was the lead person on a project where we were designing a brand new customer facing brochure that talked about our different products and services. I had to work with all these different product teams and these different customer service teams. We wanted quotes from our CEO in the brochure and some of our customers, so I had to work with customers, our executive suite, our CEO, plus with branding and marketing and our logo folks and everything, and bring it all together. And I was in charge of that project and was charged to bring it home. The actions that I took was I reached out to those different folks, I got them all involved. I made sure they understood the scope of the project, what we were looking to do, that was going to be this nice glossy brochure. Really worked well closely with branding because they could be the ones who approve or disapprove of it. So I made sure they were aware all along the way too. And that everybody saw their component, but they also saw the whole thing coming together. Particularly the CEO who had a part of that with his quotes and some of the things that we had in the brochure that was directly from him. The results were the brochure was a great hit. Our customers loved it. And particularly, everybody felt good about their contribution in the finished project. In fact, the CEO was so happy about the project and this brand new brochure, he brought everybody together that worked on it. And basically, we had lunch and bought us all pizza and really hung out with us as far as talking about the project, how much he liked the project, and really commended everybody. In fact, he put a letter of commendation in everybody's file and really reached out to their individual managers, talking about what a great job they did on the project, which was really nice, for everybody's career. So you can see from this example, the situation task, doing the brochure, what's the actions, brought people together, worked with these different levels, how I worked with them or a person would work with them, and the end results. And once again, you always want to think about stories where the results are great. You don't want to go through all the STAR method and have it say, yeah, and it was a great failure or something like that. You want to share some really terrific results. And then when you share those results, tie it back into that particular company you're interviewing with and those transferable skills and say, hey, if you ever need me to work with, let's say, projects with different levels of an organization, I've got a lot of experience beyond this, and I can really add some value there. That's how you can really tie it all together with using the STAR method when you're answering the questions. And once again, when we get to the individual interview questions, you'll see me doing some examples of both CAR and STAR.